Hello students, and welcome to this video for Word hands-on exercise number 2, and we're going to be looking at document organization. The first thing you can see here, you should be on page 165, and it says to open up the last file you're working on. So you can see Word, Chapter 1, hands-on, refuge, and then of course your name. So go ahead and open this up while I begin by reading the top part of page 165 under the header document organization. You're almost ready to submit a draft of the Summer Day Camp article to your supervisor for approval. After inserting a footer to identify the document as originating with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, you adjust the margins and determine the best page orientation for the document. Next, you insert a watermark to indicate it is a draft document. And then finally, you'll review the document for the overall appearance and page flow. So we're looking at step 1. We're going to insert a footer to identify the article as a publication of this organization, and the footer also includes file name. So we should hopefully have it opened up. So that's part A, opening it up, and it says here we need to change the name. So don't click this save button right here, but go to File, Save As, and you're going to have to click on Browse. Otherwise you'll see it come up here, and we have to change the name from H1 to H2. Just like that. So not changing the chapter, because we aren't changing the chapter, we're changing the hands-on exercise. So change that and save it. And then it says click the Insert tab. So we're going to do that, Insert. Oh, you know what, let me click back up here to the top of the page. There we go, Insert tab. And then we're going to click Footer in the header and footer section. That's over here. So we'll click on Footer. And then it says select edit footer, and that's actually all the way down here at the bottom. And then it'll go down to the bottom just like this, and it says to type in the following words. So U.S. and Wildlife Service. And then it says press enter. So this is step B we're on, pushing enter. I'm going to flip the page. And it says for C, click document info in the insert group and select file name. So I'm going to go up here to the insert tab, or wait, actually, oh no, right here. This is our insert group, and I'm going to click on document info and choose file name from right here. So I'll show you one more time. So insert group, document info, and file name, and you can see it puts the file name right down here in the footer. We're going to next for part D here, we're going to click close header and footer in the close group, and that's right up here where that red X is. And so you can see now we've added in our footer just like we wanted. It says click after the first sentence of the second body paragraph. So first sentence of the second body paragraph. So this is it right here. So clicking right there, so you can see second paragraph. And then it says press the space bar and type the following. So actually I need to do like this. There we go. The series of wildlife camps will begin on June 15th. I'm going to move my mouse so I can actually see it here. On June 15th, this is in your textbook by the way, with the last camp ending on August 6th. So you can see the text right there. The series of wildlife camps will begin on June 15th with the last camp ending on August 6th. So look in your textbook if you need to look at that again. And now we can click the normal save button because we've changed the name earlier. And that's step 1, the first major step. Step 2. The article fits on one page, but you anticipate adding text. You suspect that with narrow margins, you might be able to add text while making sure the article requires only one page. You experiment with a few margin settings, and so you can look at figure 1.36 as we complete step 2. So step A, click the layout tab, and that's up here at the top. Remember, these are tabs we mentioned before. So layout, and then it says click margins in the page setup group. Now the groups, of course, are these sections here with the little lines dividing them. So it makes it easier to find what you're looking for. So like I said, click Layout tab and then click Margins in the Page Setup group. We can see Page Setup right here, and then Margins over here. You click on that. Then it says select Narrow. So I got Normal, Narrow, Moderate, Wide, Mirrored, all these different ones. Let's click Narrow. And you'll notice it changes how our whole page looks. At a glance, you determine the left and right margins are too narrow, so you adjust them, and we're going to do that right now. Click Margins again, and we're going to go down to Custom Margins. That's at the very bottom. And it says adjust left and right margins to 1 inch. So we're leaving top, we're leaving bottom, we're switching left and right. Now usually the way I'll do this, you can do it a couple ways. You could click the little up arrow till it goes to 1, or you could just go and click in here, get rid of this text, leave the quotation marks, that's what that is, and put a 1 in. So you could use either the arrows, or you could type it in like how I did, but left and right need to be changed first, and then click OK. Now you can see it's gone back to kind of how it looked before, except for the top and bottom. Then it says click the View tab, so up here at the top, View, and it says to click one page. It's going to come up probably a little bit right under View, and you'll notice it zooms out a little bit so I can see my whole page as it is right now. Save the document, click right up there, and that's step number D. Alright, step 3, Mrs. Trainom, what a wonderful name, asks you to prepare an abbreviated version of the article retaining only the most pertinent information. You prepare and save the shortened version, but you also retain the lengthier version. The shortened article provides a snapshot of the summer activity in at a glance format. Refer to figure 137 as you complete step 3. So, step A, on page 167, click 100% in the Zoom group. So up here, 100% in the Zoom group on the View tab. Ensure that non-printing characters display. If you forgot how to do that, we click on our Home tab, and then in the Paragraph group, up in the top right corner is our non-printing characters button. So you can click that, and that will make this appear. Then it says triple click in the second body paragraph. So triple click in the second body paragraph. So here's my second body paragraph. So if I only click once, it does that. If I click twice, it does the word. If I triple click, it does the whole paragraph. It selects it. Beginning with Swan Creek National Wildlife Refuge. So this one right here. And it says to press delete to remove the entire paragraph. So I'm going to move my mouse so we can kind of see it at a glance view here, and push delete. Got rid of the whole paragraph. Now it says delete the single line paragraphs near the end of the document. So all these things we had typed here, we're going to get rid of. So I just selected them. You saw I clicked, dragged, and selected them, and got rid of them that way. Now it says click the File tab. So File, this is step E by the way. Choose Save As. You're going to have to click Browse. I can go and just go over here and save the flyer as Word W1H2, except instead of Refuge, I'm going to change it to, I'll get rid of this, and you're going to do the same, Flyer. So changing just that word Refuge to Flyer, and then click Save. And then you'll have completed step E. Alright, it says click the Layout tab. This is step F. And then it says click Orientation in the Page Setup Group. So over here, Page Setup Group, and then it says click Orientation. I'm going to do that. And we're going to click Landscape. And you can see it's changed the way we look at it here. So let's click on View tab. And then it says View as one page. Oh, excuse me, one page, not multiple pages. And then it says click Undo in the Quick Access toolbar. So you can see how it looks here. It's just showing you how to change the orientation, but we're going to change it back. So click Undo, and it goes back. But if you wanted to change it from, as opposed to going up and down like this, to going left and right, left and right, that's a good way to do it. You have suspected the shortened document would be more attractive in landscape orientation. However, since the appearance did not improve, you return to portrait. Now it says select 100%, so that's in our View tab in the Zoom group, 100%. scroll down. I'm in step G right now. Scroll down and double click in the footer area. So I gotta go down here to where I had it before, and I double click. You'll notice it makes all of this appear gray, and then this goes back to its normal color. That's how I know if I'm in the header and footer section, is by this turning gray. If you're ever typing and you're trying to type up here and it's not letting you, but it's doing it down here, that's why. Okay, select both footer lines. So I hold down my mouse button and drag it across, and then it says to press delete in step G and remove the footer. Double click in the document. So up here I'm going to double click to close the footer. Then it says click the File tab and print. Check the document to confirm that the footer is removed. Now, instead of printing it, I'm going to show you a different way to do it. You're going to go and click on File. You are going to click on Print, except you're going to see a few different printer options come up. You are going to select Microsoft Print to PDF. Once you've done that, you can click the Print button, and you're going to notice when you click it, a box is going to come up to save it. You need to save this along with the exercise file. What it does, it's going to convert it into the file that, or it's going to convert the file we've been working on into a PDF. So Windows or Word 01 hands-on 2 flyer underscore your last name and your first name is what you're going to name it. Don't click on the docs. Leave it as is like this. So Word 01H2 flyer, last name and first name. You're going to use that, and then you're going to save it. And that's what you're going to do for your exercises. Anytime it tells you to do print, and I'm going to show you a couple times the print to PDF process, but if you, I don't want Windows Store, I'm going to go to Documents. I'll show you how it looks here, but it makes a PDF file of it, and that's all you need to do. So you can see here on my flyer, and then I have this as well, and Refuge. So now it's a PDF, and you can see the difference there. Alright, let's continue on here. We finished step H. We're now on step I. We're going to save. Click on Save here. And then we're going to click File tab and click Close. Now it says click File tab and click Open, and then you can look here in your recent ones. It says we need to open up our Windows hands-on 2 Refuge. So click on that. You can see my file comes up now. We just finished step A. Let's look at step B. Click the Design tab. So here's our Design tab up here. And then we're going to click Watermark. And Watermark is over in our page background section or group. So click Watermark. And that's going to give you a few options here. Scroll through the gallery of watermarks and click Draft 1. So you're going to actually go down to here, Draft 1, and click on that under Disclaimers. And you can see the word draft appears. Now click Watermark again, this is step C, and select Custom Watermark. Now click the color arrow in the printed. So here's my color arrow down here. And you can see in the printed watermark dialog box, so we're in that. So color, and it says here to change it to red under standard colors. So here's our standard colors, and here's my red right here. This is dark red. Don't choose dark red, choose red. We want to follow the instructions. And then now we've changed the color, we can click OK. The watermark is not as visible as you like, so you change the color. That's what the book says, so that's why we have that step. And now you can see we have a watermark telling us this is a draft, it's not the final product. And step D, click Save. Alright, we're getting very close here to the end. We're on the second to last step of hands-on exercise number 2. Now it says step 5, insert a symbol and select a document view. The article you are preparing will be placed in numerous public venues, primary schools, and given the widespread distribution of the document, you must consider any illegality such as an appropriate recognition of name brands or proprietary mentions by inserting a trademark symbol. You also ensure that the words flow as they should with no awkward or unintended breaks between words that should remain together. So we're going to, step A, we're going to click after the word June in the second line in the second body paragraph. So June second line, second body paragraph. So over here, clicking, it says click after the word June. So I'm assuming that's before the space. And then it says make sure you place insertion point before the space following the word June and press delete to remove the space. So I have it in the right spot, I push delete and it gets rid of the space. Then it says click the insert tab. This is step B now, so insert tab. It says I'm going to click symbol in the symbols group. Symbols group is all the way over here. So symbol. And then it says click more symbols. So I'm going to scroll down here to more symbols. Now it says click the special characters tab. That's right over here. And it says we're going to click non-breaking space. So you look through this list right here's my non-breaking space. And it says click insert and close. So I'm about halfway down that list without scrolling. Click insert and close. So it put that in there. Then it says regardless of where the line ends, you may want to make sure the phrase June 15th isn't separated, hence what we did. Alright, step C. Click after the word striker in the last sentence of the same paragraph. So here's striker, last sentence of the same paragraph. Click symbol in the symbols group, so same thing, symbol. And then it says in the symbols group and click more symbols like we did last time. Click special characters over here. And then it says click trademark to insert the trademark symbol. So you got to scroll down to trademark and then click insert and close for completing step C. So insert and close, and we inserted our trademark symbol right there. Alright, we're going to save the document. We are on the last step here, big step for our exercise. View document, change the zoom settings, and manage page flow. Mrs. Traynon provided you with a cover letter to include with the article. You incorporate the letter text into the article as the first page. Remove the footer from the first page. Proofread the document and ensure that both pages are attractively designed. And you can refer to figure 140. So on page 170, press Control and Home to position the insertion point at the top of the article. Press Control and Enter to insert a blank page at the top. So I hold down Control, push Enter, and you can see it put in a page break right here. Now it says step B, click the Insert tab. So I'm actually already on the Insert tab, so we're good to go there. Click the object arrow in the text group. So over here, this is my object button. Click the arrow in the text group, and we're going to choose text from file. And we're going to navigate to the document that you should have downloaded to get the text. Now it looks like I did not download the file, so I'm going to go and actually get that really quick so that way we can proceed with the exercise. Alright, so let's click and select the file we need. So Windows hands-on to letter, and then click Insert, and it's going to put in the appropriate text that we need to have. Now, right now it went and gave us another page of text, so what we actually need is this should be on our first page. So let's undo that for a second. Oh, that's not what I wanted. There we go, good. And then let's, oh, okay, there we go. Alright, so we just put in a page break. Click up here in front of the page break, and then click the arrow, text from file, select it, and insert. And there you go. So that's how it should actually look. So click in front of page break if it did the same thing as it did to my document, and then I'll fix it. So get rid of the text and reinsert it. You can always hit the undo button as well. So we just inserted it, which is finishing up step B. Double click in the footer area of the first page, it says. So I just did that. Click different first page in the options group of header and footer tools tab design. So different first page, it's right up here. For me it's under the design tab, and you'll notice it goes and makes it different from the rest. I don't have anything on there. Alright, it says D, click close header and footer. So I've just done that. Then it says for step E, press Control and Home, and that puts it up right at the top. It says click the View tab. This is step E right now, clicking the View tab. And then it says click Zoom in the Zoom group. And it says we're going to switch it to click in the Present box. And we're going to switch it to 125. So I'm just going to click, hold it down here to 125% and click OK. And you can see it zooms in for me. Scroll through the document proofreading for spelling and grammatical errors. Right click any underlined word and either correct or ignore it. Manually correct any errors that Word has not flagged. So you can go through and check, and you can see there's a few there. Remember, spell check, the way you can do it is you push F7 and it'll come up and it'll give you two different results. And then of course you can click over here and check. We can see the teacher's name, of course, is fine. And then visit your classroom to promo, and we're not going promo there, we're going to promote the refuge. And of course that's part of it, but you need to go through and read and check yourself, and I'm not going to do that in the video for the sake of time, and also I want you to look for those things. Alright, it says G, this is step G, click multiple tabs in the Zoom, or excuse me, multiple pages in the Zoom group, and you can see it'll put both pages up here so we can look at them. Now, one thing we're going to do here, you can see in the textbook, and it doesn't really have this say anything about it, but we're going to go and push enter 3 times because there should be 3 paragraph marks up here. So click right up here at the top like I just did and push enter to move it down a little bit there. Okay, so step H, we're going to click File tab. Excuse me, not Home, File. We're going to choose Print, and then it says click Next Page. The arrow that follows 1 and 2 at the bottom of the screen to view the article. And I mean, I can already see it. If I had a split screen, maybe I wouldn't be able to. And you can see it just right there. And then it says click Previous Page to return to letters. So we're not going to actually do that. So step I, excuse me, it's a letter. Click back. So the back arrow, we're not actually printing it. Click 100% in the Zoom group. So let's go back to View and Zoom 100%. And that says ensure the insertion point is at the top of the document. Oh, you know what? We did it a little bit early. Put those 3 enter marks right there. So, and then it says click the File tab and click Print. Now you're actually going to do it. So we could have actually done it back there, but that's okay. So with the 3 print marks there, File, Print, Microsoft Print to PDF. We already said that. And you're going to choose Print, and it's going to have you save it with the same name that you have for this file. Something that can help is you can always move the save box, look up here and see what it says the name is, and start typing that in. Also too, you can see it come up in your recent file names. So that autofill, remember though, don't click on the docs or anything like that. We want to be just this right up here, and then click Save. It's going to save my PDF file, and then you can click for step K, click the Save button, and of course it says keep document open if you plan to continue. Now when you go to submit these, now you can submit more than one file at a time when you submit them through eLocker and Plus Portals. You're going to be submitting 4 files for this exercise, and it's these ones right here that I went and checked for you. So Windows Hands-On 1, or excuse me, Windows Word Chapter 1, Hands-On 2, Flyer, and those 2 files, and Refuge. And you can see 2 are PDF and 2 are Word documents. Double check when you submit that you have the right documents there. You did a great job following along. Make sure to submit the proper way in Plus Portals, and have a great day.